JIT-TV, just in time.
And Makaya, and a very warm welcome to the JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, the sports, together with entertainment, all in one experience. Let us take a look at your headlines for today. Zimbabwe presidential and parliamentary polls are set for August. $12 billion mining industry milestone within reach for 2024. Former Wimbledon winner getting married to bloke who asked for a selfie on the street. President Emerson Mnangagwa announced on Wednesday that Zimbabwe will hold its presidential and parliamentary elections on the 23rd of August as the South African country battles with a raging economic crisis. Mnangagwa, elected president in 2018 after a military coup that deposed President Robert Mugabe the previous year, is seeking a second term in office. But apart from the presidency, the election will also decide the composition of the 300-seat parliament and close to 2,000 local council positions. The election proclamation comes between parliamentary debates over electoral reforms. Political commentators say failure to implement electoral reforms may set Zimbabwe up for another disputed election. Now, the government yesterday summoned a senior diplomat representing the U.S. in Zimbabwe and reprimanded Washington for meddling in the country's domestic affairs. This follows the unprecedented and shocking move by some diplomats based at the U.S. Embassy in Harare, who lecture Zimbabweans on the country's electoral processes even before election monitors are invited to observe the polls, whose rather dates are yet to be proclaimed. By dabbling in the country's internal affairs, the U.S. is in breach of the Vienna Convention governing the conduct of diplomats, and there have been calls for the exclusion of the U.S. from observing the forthcoming elections from various quarters.
JIT-TV, just in time.
Building the brand. This is where you have to be to get where you want to be. Exploring companies and businesses that are thriving and leading is what we are all about. I am Mazimpofu, your host, that will be bringing to you big cooperatives and relevant people that will be sharing with you their journeys of successes, failures, and lessons learned in their businesses, from humble beginnings to global success. Catch me, Mazimpofu, on Building the Brand.
JIT-TV, just in time.
And now let's quickly move to the African news for today. Now, President Mokgweetsi Masisi has said that Botswana will not bend down on demands for a bigger share of rough diamonds from its joint venture with De Beers, upping the stakes as the talk of a new sales deal appear to be stalling. Masisi, who has been Botswana's president since 2018 and will seek re-election in the next year's elections, now wants Botswana to sell more of its diamonds outside the De Beers channel. Diamond Giant says Botswana receives more than 80% of returns from Botswana after taxes and royalties are factored in. And De Beers has also mentioned and expressed confidence that its 5-decade partnership with Botswana will continue on terms that make economic and strategic sense for both parties. Now on to the international news for today. Now, the U.S. House of Representatives voted overwhelmingly on Wednesday to pass a bill to suspend the nation's debt limit through January 1, 2024, as lawmakers race to prevent a catastrophic default. The bill will next need to be passed by the Senate before it can be sent to the President Joe Biden to be signed into law in the Senate, and rather one lawmaker can delay a swift vote, and it is not yet clear when a final vote will take place. The time frame to pass the bill through Congress is extremely tight, and there is little room for error, putting enormous pressure on leadership in both parties. Now, the Gold Mafia documentary became televised on the Al Jazeera channel.
Nonsensical documentary, a racist propaganda tool.
They have a right to sell their gold anywhere. In fact, I encourage Mnangagwa, bust the sanctions.
The government of Zimbabwe is incurring no risk, but it receives the tax.
Please wake up to the reality and the real scam that's taking place here.
Nothing but the best interesting stories and the hottest ones on The Alternative View.
The revolution shall be televised.
Let us quickly get on to the business side of news for today. Now, Zimbabwe's mining industry has registered significant strides towards realizing the ambitious $12 billion milestone by the end of this year. Mines and Mining Development Minister Winston Chitando has said. Speaking at the Lithium Symposium during the mining conference organized by the Chamber of Mines of Zimbabwe yesterday, Chitando said government's comprehensive doing business reforms have increased their appetite for investment into the mining sector, leading to the opening up of new projects. He said there were huge opportunities, especially in the lithium mining value chain, as the mineral was on high demand around the globe. Now, Zimbabwe's Minister of Finance and Economic Development, Professor Mthuli Ncube, issued a directive requiring all customer duty to be paid in local currency. This directive is part of additional measures introduced by the minister to stabilize the country's microeconomy and the rapidly depreciating local currency. As per the directive, seen by Pendula News, all government agencies and parastatals are required to collect their fees in local currency, and non-exporters will be required to pay CESA in the local currency. The impact of this directive is a matter of debate among economists. Some believe that this will promote the use of the depreciation Zimbabwe dollar, thereby stabilizing the foreign currency exchange rate.
Welcome to Zambezi River Lodge, Victoria Falls. Nestled on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River, right on the edge of the national park, Zambezi occupies the most unique and finest spot with the tranquility and seclusion every traveler seeks. Each of its well-appointed rooms is either garden or river facing, allowing you to soak in the serenity of the environment. The award-winning restaurant Amlonga offers delectable cuisine, which includes our famous high teas. To explore Victoria Falls from this fine location, book any of our packages now. Zambezi River Lodge. Relax, refresh, replenish.
And now on your sports news for today. Super excited, a former Wimbledon tennis champion has announced she's getting married to a fan-turned-lover she met on the streets. Gerben Muguruza, who won the Wimbledon crown in 2017 and the French Open in 2016, met Arthur Boggs when he stopped her to ask her for a selfie in August 2021, around the time of that year's US Open. The Spanish ace not only obliged but struck up a relationship with Boggs, explaining the chance meeting which would change her life. Muguruza was the first person to recognize her bed's good looks, as Boggs is a model who is active on social media with more than 10,000 followers. 2 years from the meeting, Boggs popped the question while in Marbella, and the rest was history. Congratulations to the two lovebirds. that is it from me to you. A huge thank you for joining me today. As always, kindly please comment and follow us to all our social media platforms at Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, or rather go to our website at www.JIT-TVzw. Signing out, it is Andile Goguletsu. Have yourselves a lovely day.
JIT-TV, just in time. JIT-TV, just in time.
There are not so many places where mice excellence has been achieved. Meeting in Zimbabwe is the best business decision you will ever make. Our adherence to COVID-19 safety protocols is second to none, coupled with the warm and hospitable nature of the people of Zimbabwe. Our conference facilities sit on marvelous backdrops which will offer a splendid experience that will leave a lasting impression on you and your delegates. The magic of Zimbabwe can be felt in every breath, bite and beat. Stadiums and exhibition centers are known for their international appeal and world-class standards. The high-end technology will surely enhance your experience of the exhibition, festival or concert. Motivate your team by treating them to a trip of a lifetime through our crafted itineraries. Should they have love for adrenaline-packed activities or calm and relaxed excursions, the enchantment will last a lifetime of memories. Mingle and engage with locals and enjoy our diverse culture and warm hospitality. Our mice drivers are ready to welcome you to Zimbabwe and exceed your expectations.
The revolution shall be televised. JIT-TV, just in time.